Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I wanted to do a foundation review on the Dior Skin Forever foundation. I picked this up a while back. I've really been loving it and I just thought I would do sort of like a review, but I wanted to just show you how it looks on my skin and tell you my thoughts on it. I've mentioned it in a few favorites videos and I had a lot of people asking me about it. Since it is a more expensive foundation, I wanted to do a dedicated video on it. So let me just start out by saying I have the shade 021 in Linen, and I just want to read what Sephora says about this foundation. It says it is a non-oily texture, which I totally agree with. Fusional, medium to full coverage fluid foundation that delivers perfectly even color correction. I totally agree. I feel like this looks really natural on the skin, and it is a medium to full coverage. You can build it up depending on the amount of layers. So it also says get the perfect 16-hour foundation coverage. It has broad spectrum SPF 35 in it, protection from day to evening. This foundation leaves a luminous matte finish, which is one of the things I love about it because it really doesn't look oily, but it makes your skin look like fresh is the only way I can describe it. Youthful. It's enriched with Poreless Effect skincare essence, leaving the skin's texture looking more refined with each wear. I honestly feel like on my skin, I can't see my pores, and I have pretty pronounced pores right here, so when I wear foundations, I have to be very careful of that area. The foundation says that it has shine control. It's 1 fluid ounce and it retails for $50. So it has the smell of Dior products. So I don't know if you've ever smelled anything from Dior, any of their skincare or anything. It definitely has that smell. It has this frosted finish bottle. I love anything that has that extra step with a frosted finish. And it has a little pump right here. So this shade is a little bit darker. It also tells you to shake it well before you use it. So I've been using this with a beauty blender. I just find for me specifically that is what works the best. I like the coverage. I feel like I can build the coverage, and I do about 2 layers. Okay, so I'm just going to pump about 4 pumps out onto my hand. This is the consistency. As you can see, it drips a little bit, but I wouldn't call it too liquidy. Just using a beauty blender to apply this. I'm just gonna kind of tap a few dots on all over my face to begin with. I love the smell of this foundation. Dior skin products and Chanel products, they just have like this smell to me. It's like this, I don't know, I can't describe it, but it just smells like their skincare, which I absolutely love. So I really, really love this foundation. By the way, I just filmed this eye look, so if it's not up already, it will be. By the way, I primed my skin this morning just with like a beauty oil, and I didn't use like any type of a primer, but I usually do use some type of like smoothing primer to go along with this. So this color might be a little bit dark for me right now because I'm usually like a little bit self-tanned, but I can see that the color is like slightly off, but we're gonna roll with it. As you can see, first coverage, honestly, it just looks so skin-like in the mirror, and I still have more foundation left, so I'm just going to go in and finish up using a little bit more foundation for a little bit more coverage, since it is buildable coverage. Usually I need a little bit more like right here and here, and on my forehead, like right near my hairline. Okay, as you can see, this is what 2 layers looks like, so it does have a buildable coverage to it. I needed about 2 additional pumps of the foundation for that second layer, and I would say this is the coverage that I desire personally. For me, I like a little bit more of a full coverage. I like how this is medium to buildable full. Some people feel like they have good enough skin to just do 1 coat. I still find with two layers, it looks super natural. I absolutely love this foundation. It's probably one of my favorite foundations just for the way that it looks on the skin and the way that it feels on my skin and the way that it lasts on my skin. I'm going to go in with some concealer and then we will put the rest of my face products on so that you can see how makeup applies on top of it. I used the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Concealer in the color Fair. I'm just going to set that with, this is the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. This is the Boots number 7 bronzer in Caramel, and I'm just going to place that right there. And blend that out. This brush from Bare Minerals, like, seriously picks up a lot of pigment. But I love the way products look on top of this foundation just because it makes your skin look super flawless. I'm using this MAC blush. It's the Extra Dimension blush at Dusk. Just like a pale pink shade. I love these Extra Dimension blushes. I'm also going to use the highlight that comes in this palette. It's the shade Tutu. As you can see, the foundation just sits so beautifully on the skin. Okay, so I finished up putting on the rest of my makeup and we're back now. I finished up my eyes. So like I said, this look will be, the eye look will be in another video, so definitely check that out below. But this is what the face looks like. Now, this foundation, honestly, it will look even more glowy, and just like the way that it wears throughout the day just makes my face feel fresh. I don't feel like it breaks apart anywhere. It just kind of stays put, and it gives me just this feeling of coverage but still not looking like cakey, which is the ideal thing for me, to have some coverage without the cakiness. I don't know what magical unicorn potion is inside of this, but it really is. It says it's perfect makeup, everlasting wear, pore refining effect with sunscreen. Boom. What more do you need in a foundation than coverage, blurs your pores, doesn't make your face oily, but gives you a glowy, sort of luminous matte finish, long lasting, has sunscreen. Did I already say that? I mean, this foundation is truly magical. It's worth every single $50 penny that I had, and I would recommend for you to go and get, because I shade matched online, and as you can tell, the foundation is a little bit dark. It leans a lot more yellow than I typically like. I'm more of a neutral person. So unless I have a tan or a self tan, this doesn't really match. I am going to have to get another color of this foundation, but I think that you should try out a sample if you have the option to, or just order like one down from this if you're my complexion, because I think maybe the neutral shade. I think this one said it was more yellow, but it really does lean a lot yellow. I hope that you enjoyed seeing how this foundation works in action. Leave all of your comments and questions down below. If you are a new subscriber to my channel, hopefully you stay a while. Click that notification bell so that you do not miss a video. And if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe below before you leave. I'd love for you to be part of my YouTube family. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Mwah.